The Spurs defeated the Dallas Mavericks 125-92. And I'm not gonna lie, as a Spurs fan, this was exhilarating to watch. I enjoyed every second of it from start to finish. Very thrilling. But it's not the first time I've seen Victor dominate. But whenever it happens, it's always fun to watch. And I've said this since Victor's rookie season that he has the same effect on the fans and even players on both sides, like the opposing team and his team, that when he's on, everybody's in awe. Everybody's just amazed. And they're just shaking their heads and saying, like, did he just do that? Did he just make that play? It really reminds me of Michael Jordan when he played for the Bulls, that whenever he was dominating, everybody was in awe. It didn't matter if you were the road team, the home team, or the home fans or the road fans. Everybody's just like, how the hell is he doing this? And it's the same with Victor. Like whenever he dominates, you're just you're just in complete awe. You enjoy the experience. You're just thrilled to see it. And I felt that even the Mav fans were thrilled to see this curb stomping, even though their team got their ass whooped. You saw all of them still watching this game late in the fourth quarter when the Mavs were down by 30 some points up until Victor was finally taken out. That's when the rest of the fans left, which to me just shows that Victor has like box office appeal, that people are willing to watch him even when their team is getting destroyed by him. Very few players have like that effect on like the road fans. I mean fans on the road. Just very few. I've only seen it from Michael Jordan. So that's what I'll say about that effect he has. I just hope he can stay healthy. That's always my fear about Victor, is that can he maintain his health? If he can, then basketball fans, we have like probably like 50, a good 15 years of excitement ahead of us when it comes to Victor, because what he did tonight, I think we're going to see this consistently on a regular basis, which is exciting as a Spurs fan. Maybe it's not exciting if you're a fan of any other team, but I'll say this: when Victor destroys your team, you're going to feel like fans felt when Jordan destroyed theirs. At least you got to see some excitement. Granted, you can say I'm biased, but going back to this game, Victor dominated this game from start to finish. He had 40 points on 15 of 21 shooting, 71% overall from the field, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 assist. And I saw some stat after the game where I think he was like one out of 3 or 4 players in NBA history to get like 40 points or more and 15 rebounds and not to have like a turnover in the game. So it was like this ridiculous dominant game he had that was very Wilt Chamberlain-esque, as they would say, like something you would see out of an NBA 2K video game. But he dominated, especially on the offensive end. He destroyed Anthony Davis. I enjoyed seeing him shit all over a dummy, as I call him. He just took him to school. He took him to the woodshed. It was like the younger brother finally defeating the older brother and just bashing him. Like he toyed with him, and it was incredible. He did it all to him. He posted him up in the post. And that's one thing that I was really impressed with, because I was kind of skeptical of Victor's strength during the preseason, and just seeing how he was able to move guys like Anthony Davis lively out of the paint when he drove to the hole and create the space and get whatever he wanted. That was great to see. And with his strength now, he's pretty much unstoppable. The other thing that was great to see that I saw in this game was his ball handling had improved from previous seasons. Granted, it's only one sample size, it's only one game, but if he can consistently do what he did in this game, like with his ball handling, that he was able to drive anywhere on the court without turning the ball over, or if in the future he only gets like 1 or 2 turnovers, like, oh my God, there's there's nothing anybody can do to stop him, because his ball handling was getting him through traffic, and it was allowing him to get anywhere within the paint for like easy dunks, easy layups, great post position. and there was just nothing anybody could do. And on top of that, he was hitting, excuse me, his contested jump shots. There were a few times he had Kevin Durant like contested Jays. He hit in guys' faces and got and ones. One he did on Lively, which was a mid range. One he did on a dummy, I believe, which was like a 3-point shot in which he got fouled and he was an and one. So he was impressive in that sense. And on defense, he was great like always on both. So on both sides of the court, he dominated. But what I liked was just seeing how other guys were able to take advantage of Victor's dominance on both ends. His center of gravity is so strong that it allowed for easy driving lanes for guys like Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, and rookie Dylan Harper. Those guys were able to get into the paint due to all the center of gravity that Victor creates. And then on the defensive end, you saw those guys take advantage with them harassing Cooper Flagg left and right, that they were aggressively in Cooper's grill, stripping him of the ball, frustrating him, making him look mediocre. That Cooper Flagg's plus or minus stat for the game was -29. They harassed him. They were aggressive. They trapped him. They forced him to commit a ton of turnovers. He committed 3 for this game. He was uncomfortable. They just made him look bad. Do I think Cooper Flagg is as bad as he was in this game? No, I actually don't. I think he just looked terrible in this game, like he was a scrub because of the Spurs' great defense, that he was never free. He was harassed throughout the game. He was trapped. And then you had to deal with Victor in the paint waiting for you, so you don't have much room to operate. But you saw how good Cooper could be once Victor was out of the game. He was able to hit some amazing shots. So that shows you the Victor Wembanyama effect, what he has on the game. And when I saw the way the Spurs played, like their guards, and with Victor, it felt like I was watching like the real life version of like NBA Streets or NBA Jam or NBA Hang Time, with just all the crazy lobs they were throwing, the way they were sprinting up across the court for easy dunks, just seeing them throw lobs to Victor and then getting lobs thrown to them, and just the incredible slashing. This was straight up amazing. I was like, damn, this is like NBA. I'm watching NBA Jam, NBA Streets in like real life. I felt like just incredible to see all that athleticism on display. And, it's only one game, but Spurs, if they remain healthy, I think they're going to be one like the most exciting teams to watch in the league this year. Like definitely what someone would call a league pass team that you'd like to watch their games. But it was very encouraging from what I saw. Stephon Castle played like he was like an all-star player in this game. He looked legit. Granted, he did miss a lot of his free throws. He had a lot of turnovers, but overall he was pretty good. Just amazing. And Devin Vassell, he actually looked like a good role player for once. I was like, damn, like this is what I like to see. Taking smart shots and being a good defensive player, helping out with the trapping. This was awesome to watch. And just seeing Dylan Harper in this game, that he started off really slow, but he then ended up finishing the game strong. I swear at the start of the game, it was like he shot like 1 of 8, and he ended up like finishing the game 7 of 14, shooting 50% overall from the field. What I really liked about Dylan Harper in this game was his confidence never wavered. Even when he struggled from the start, he eventually found his way and got easy buckets in the paint, made some really good plays, set up his teammates. This guy has a lot of confidence. Even when he was struggling, he still had this aura about him where he felt he was going to get it together and find a way, and he did. So, I was thrilled to see what I saw from the Spurs in this game. Granted, there's 81 more games to play, but I just hope this team can remain healthy. If they can, we're going to see a lot of just exciting games, a lot of fun games to watch. And on top of that, Spurs didn't have their whole entire team. De'Aaron Fox didn't play, so you add him into this mix, and they become even a more explosive, volatile team, I would say, when it comes to how opponents are going to deal with them. And they didn't have Sochan, so this team has a lot of athletes. They're going to be running a track meet on guys throughout this whole entire season. And on both ends, they're gonna create a lot of hell. I see just the trapping, like what they did to Cooper Flagg in this game, how they're playing defense aggressively because I think they realize now that aggressive D is going to lead to turnovers, block shots. That's going to lead to easy transition breaks will result in a lot of fast break buckets for them. So that's like the motivation right there. So yeah, this was a very exciting game. Very happy about it, and on to on to the next game.